Today we are at the Hoffmantown neighborhood. Well, we're at the Hoffmantown shopping center right now, which is in the heart of the neighborhood. It's a mixture of businesses and residential housing, started by a builder named Sam Hoffman, and started back in the 1940s. Well, this area is a pretty large area. It's kind of a staple of the Northeast Heights here in Albuquerque. It's a good 6 to 8 blocks of businesses and residential housing, and we're just going to explore it, check it out. I did find a builder's advertisement online and be quite surprised at the price and the terms. I'll show that later when we check out the neighborhood, but right now we'll check out this area and see what we can find. Here's a shot of the shopping center that's been here for many, many years. We're here at the corner of Wyoming and Manal, and I remember seeing this sign for many, many years. It's a pretty cool sign. Now, if you notice the curve of this strip mall, it's kind of a crescent shape, curves around, and the reason I'm mentioning that is I want to show you a picture of when this area was first being built. Let me get across the street here and we'll get a shot of that and show you that. Kind of hard to see from here, but right about this angle is where you're going to see this next picture. It's an aerial view of the area. You can see the turn lane there in front of it. Now, back when the original neighborhood, the homes were built back in the 1940s up to about the late 50s. There was a large percentage of military, and the reason for that is about 1.5 miles straight down Wyoming here to the south is Kirtland Air Force Base, and a lot of the military personnel, when they're able to buy a home, this was one of the first neighborhoods that they came to. Right now we're at the very southeast point of the shopping center, and a lot of these businesses they've been around probably since the 70s or so, but when this shopping center was built there wasn't a whole lot around in this area. It's a quick shot of the backside here. And if you notice in the background there is the Albuquerque Rose Garden, and we're going to go over there and check that out here in a bit. You can see the mountains in the background there. I remember when I was just a young kid, Wyoming, this street right here that goes north and south, this was one of the very top east streets. Above that were some roads, but they were quite primitive, even dirt roads. And now it goes way up to tramway and beyond. But it's hard to imagine that this was the very top road in Albuquerque many, many years ago. Pretty nice little shopping center. It's got quite a few stores. Looks like most of them are pretty active now that things are starting to reopen. There's an empty place right here. It's like a UPS store is coming in here. This is interesting. Looks like a little walk-through. A little outdoor dining for the restaurant. Gourmet deli. I'm gonna have to try that. Pretty cute stuff in the windows there. Well, let's head over to the Rose Garden. Just right down the road here. Let's go check that out, do a quick walkthrough and see how that's doing. Now we're just behind the shopping center there. Now at the Albuquerque Rose Garden, Albuquerque Rose Society. Now I did a video on this Rose Garden a while back, so we're just going to do a quick walkthrough here. And if you want to see that, you certainly can find that on my channel if you'd like. Love these white ones. And we've got a small library here right in the center. A little plaque of the Albuquerque Rose Garden. Well, I could stay here for several hours, and I spent more time than I wanted to here. So I just love these roses. Who doesn't like a good, well cared for rose garden? I just love these the homes in this area. They're just really just little perfect cute little houses. Now check out this house from about the 1940s being sold as new. Look at the price on this. Now this house here was the Bugs house in the middle of Hoffmantown. They used the house for an extraordinary Christmas display every year. Just tons of lights. And here's a picture of what it looked like. Another staple in this area was called the Hoffmantown Baptist Church. It's no longer that church, but I thought it was a pretty fascinating building. Built right about the time, probably back in the 1950s. Hoffmantown, along with several other large churches, built way up in the northeast, far northeast. Probably multi-million-dollar churches up there with a lot of land. Well, here's a good place to end this vlog today. Hoffmantown Park. It's got some tennis courts. Of course, the usual playground for the kids. Pretty large area, a lot of nice big trees. Very nice. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Checking out what I call historic part of Albuquerque, the Hoffmantown area. And it's pretty interesting to look at old areas, see how they've changed, see how they've started. But I appreciate your company today. And now I guess it's time to head home. Take care. Bye now.